Hello everybody, I'm Miguel Sanchez from my other house because of repairs at the front door at the other house, and welcome to episode 31 of Movie History, Walt Disney Animation Studios. So yay! Thank you all for coming today, and we're glad you're here because we're about to take a look at another movie in the Disney Renaissance. That's right, as the Disney Renaissance continues. So brace yourself, people, it's going to be so exciting, I can't even stand it, but yes, we're about to do it right here, right now. So hope you're all excited as much as I am, as we're only halfway through the series. That's right, friends, we're only halfway through. That's true. So get ready for it. It's going to be so exciting. If you're ready for it, then let's get into it. For today's episode of Movie History, Walt Disney Animation Studios, episode 31 is about Aladdin. Imagine if you have 3 wishes, 3 hopes, 3 dreams, and they all could come true. Well, we're about to find out. A magical genie lamp is about to come to life. Can you rub it and make it come alive? Well, you better tune in to find out, because it's going to be a wild, magical carpet ride you do not want to miss. So let's do it. If you haven't seen episode 30, our previous episode was about Beauty and the Beast, which happens to be another feature-length episode, another long episode for you guys. That's another one. The second longest episode ever, right before Fantasia. Yeah, right after Fantasia. That's right. Beauty and the Beast is the second longest episode in the series, with a runtime of 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 16 seconds. That's a lot! So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it down. The link to it is up there at the top right corner screen. Longest video ever. So go watch it now. Otherwise, sit back and let's dive right into it, shall we? Are you ready for it? Then let's get started. So, about the movie. Aladdin is a 1992 American animated musical fantasy comedy film produced by Walt Disney Feature Animation and released by Walt Disney Pictures. The film is the 31st Disney Animation feature film and was the 4th produced during the Disney Renaissance. It was produced and directed by Ron Clements and John Musker, and it's based on the Arabic folktale of the same name for the 1001 Nights. The voice cast features Scott Wagner, Robin Williams, Lyndon Larkin, Jonathan Freeman, Frank Welker, Gilbert Gottfried, and Douglas Seal. The film follows the titular. What was I thinking? I better fix this. There, all fixed. Didn't mean to say that F's, yeah. It had titular twice, but yeah, let me try again. The film follows the titular Aladdin, an Arabian street urchin who finds a magic lamp containing a genie. He disguises himself as a wealthy prince and tries to impress the Sultan and his daughter, Princess Jasmine. Lyricist Howard Ashman first pitched the idea, and the screenplay went through 3 drafts before then Disney Studios president Jeffrey Katzenberg agreed to its production. Yeah, the animators based their art designs on the artwork of caricaturist Al Hirschfeld, and computers were used for both finishing the artwork and creating some animated elements. The musical score was written by Alan Menken and features 6 songs with lyrics written by both Ashman and Sir Tim Rice, who took over after Ashman's death. And Aladdin was released on November 25th, 1992 to critical and commercial success, becoming the highest-grossing film of 1992 with an earning of over $504 million in worldwide box office revenue. Upon release, it became the first anime feature to reach the $500 million mark and was the highest-grossing anime film of all time until it was surpassed by The Lion King from 1994. Ooh, I'll get to that. And we will get to that in the next episode. But stay tuned, guys. I got some instrumental adjustments to make. So ain't got tight, folks. All right, I'm back. Just made a little bit of adjustments to this slide. But yeah, moving on. Aladdin was released on November 25th, 1992 to critical and commercial success, becoming the highest-grossing film in 1992 with an earning of $504 million in worldwide box office revenue. Upon release, it became the first anime feature to reach the $500 million mark and was the highest-grossing anime film of all time until it was surpassed by The Lion King 1994. Yeah, I already read that. I already said it twice, but yeah, moving on. Aladdin garnered 2 Academy Awards, as well as other accolades for its soundtrack, which had the first and only number from a Disney feature to earn a Grammy Award for Song of the Year for the film's A Whole New World, sung by People Bryson and Regina Bell. Oh boy, this is gonna be good. I know, right? I know. The film's home video VHS release also set a sales record and grossed about $500 million in the United States. Aladdin's success led to various derived works and other material inspired by the film, including 2 direct-to-video sequels, The Return of Jafar from 1994 and Aladdin and the King of Thieves from 1996, an animated television series of the same name, and a Broadway adaptation. A live-action film adaptation directed by Guy Ritchie was released on May 24th, 2019. We'll get to that in the live-action section of this episode, so please stay tuned. But moving on to the stats here. Oh boy. Directed by John Musker and Rod Clemens. Screenplay by Rod Clemens, John Musker, and Ted Elliott, and Terry Rosaldo. I don't know how to say it here. Story by Barry Matheson, Roger Allers, Dean Jeeps, Kevin Harley, Sue Nichols, Francis Juba, Daryl Rooney, Larry Lecourt, James Fuji, Kirk Henson, Kevin Leva, Rebecca Rod, David Smith, Chris Sanders, Brian Pimentel, Patrick A. Vollers, I don't know how to say here. Oh boy. Based on Aladdin and the Magic Lamp from 1001 Nights. Aladdin and Magic, and we have a note here. Aladdin and the Magic Lamp was authored by Hannah Diab and was added to the 1001 Nights by Aritoka Galen, appearing in his French translation, Les Mi et Unui. I love it. Produced by John Musker, Ron Clements, starring Scott Wagner, Robin Williams, Linda Larkin, Jonathan Freeman, Frank Wilker, Gilbert Gottfried, and Douglas Seal. Edited by H. Lee Peterson. Music by Al Hankin. Production companies are Walt Disney Pictures and Walt Disney Animation, distributed by Buena Vista Pictures. Release date is November 25th, 1992. Running time 90 minutes. Countries: United States. Language: English. Box office $28 million and the budget is $28 million, and the box office for $504.1 million. Whew, that's a lot of information. I couldn't read it, but yeah, that's okay. Let's get into the plot of the movie. A merchant shows the viewers a lamp that is up for sale and begins to tell a story. Jafar, the royal vizier of the fictional city of Agrabah, seeks a lamp hidden within the Cave of Wonders. He is told that only one person is worthy to enter, the diamond in the rough. Oh boy, this is no good. Whom Jafar later identifies as Aladdin, an Agrabah street urchin. Meanwhile, Princess Jasmine of Agrabah becomes upset that the law requires her to marry a prince instead of marrying for love. She escapes the palace and meets Aladdin and his pet monkey, Abu, who saves her from an angry merchant. The palace guard then captures Aladdin on Jafar's orders. Jasmine confronts Jafar to demand Aladdin's release, but he lies and says Aladdin has been executed. Disguised as an aging man, Jafar frees Aladdin and Abu and brings them to the cave, ordering them to retrieve the lamp. After being told to touch nothing but the lamp, Aladdin finds a magic carpet inside and obtains the lamp. Forgetting the cave's rule, Abu grabs a jewel. Aladdin, Abu, and the carpet rush to escape the cave as it collapses. Aladdin gives the lamp to Jafar, who throws him and Abu back into the cave. Though not before Abu steals the lamp back. Trapped, Aladdin rubs the lamp and meets the genie who lives inside it. The genie grants Aladdin 3 wishes. Aladdin tricks the genie into freeing them all from the cave without using a wish. Then uses his first wish to become a prince to woo Jasmine, and promises to use his third wish to free the genie from servitude. And his parent, Iago, suggests that Jafar plots to become Sultan by marrying Jasmine. Aladdin, as Prince Ali Ababwa, Prince Ali Ababwa agrees. It arrives in Agrabah with a large host, but Jasmine becomes angry when he discusses her fate with her father, the Sultan, and Jafar without her. As a means of apologizing, Aladdin takes Jasmine on a ride on the magic carpet. When she deduces his true identity, he convinces that he only dresses as a peasant to escape the stresses of royal life. After Aladdin brings Jasmine home, the palace guards capture Aladdin on Jafar's behest and throw him into the sea. The genie appears and saves Aladdin at the cost of his second wish. Aladdin returns to the palace and exposes Jafar's evil plot. Jafar flees after spotting the lamp and thus discovering Aladdin's true identity. Uh-oh. No good, my friend. This cannot be right. No. Fearing that he will lose Jasmine if the truth is revealed, Aladdin breaks his promise and refuses to free the genie. Iago steals the lamp, and Jafar becomes the genie's new master. He uses his first two wishes to become sultan and the world's most powerful sorcerer. He then exposes Aladdin's identity, exiling him, Abu, and the carpet. Exiling him, Abu, and the carpet to a frozen wasteland. Though they escape, Jasmine tries to help Aladdin steal the lamp back, but Jafar notices and overpowers the heroes with his magic. Aladdin taunts Jafar for being less powerful than the genie, tricking Jafar into using his last wish to become an all-powerful genie himself. Now bound to his new land, Jafar ends up trapped inside it, taking Iago with him. The genie then throws Jafar's lamp into the desert, hoping to banish Jafar to the Cave of Wonders. When Agrabah returned to normal, the genie advises Aladdin to use his third wish to regain his royal title, so the law will allow him to stay with Jasmine. Aladdin instead decides to keep his promise and frees the genie, realizing Aladdin's nobility. The Sultan changes the law to allow Jasmine to marry whom she chooses. The genie bids the group a fond farewell and leaves to explore the world, while Aladdin and Jasmine start their new life together. Whew, that was a lot. I love it, and that's the plot of the movie. No matter what, you go, Aladdin. Now let's get into the cast for Aladdin. Scott Wagner as Aladdin, a poverty-stricken but well-meaning Agrabah thief. For his audition, Wagner sent in a homemade audition tape as Aladdin with his mother playing the genie. And after several callbacks, found out 6 months later that he had been cast as the title character. Aladdin's supervising animator was Glenn Keane. Brad Keane provides Aladdin's singing voice. Robin Williams as Genie. Yeah, the Genie. A comedic genie with great power that can only be exercised when his master wishes it. That's right, Jinni with two dots above the eye, but it's like eye. So remember that. Clements and Musker had written the role of the genie for Robin Williams, and when met with resistance, created a real Williams stand-up to an animation of the genie. The directors asked Eric Goldberg, Genie's supervising animator, to animate the character over one of Williams's old stand-up routines to pitch to the actor. Oh boy, Williams. Oh, I better fix this one. I'll be back. There, all fixed. Sorry. As always, like I mentioned before, all names that end with the letter S must always end with the apostrophe, but without the second S. So remember that. Moving on, the resulting test where Williams' stand-up about schizophrenia, I don't know it, which was translated into Genie, or should I say the Genie, growing another head to argue with himself, made Williams laugh his ass off. I convinced him to sign on for the role. Shouldn't say that word on the channel, but that's okay. Williams' appearance in Aladdin marks the beginning of a transition in animation to celebrity voice actors, rather than specifically trained voice actors in animated films. That's good. Linda Larkin as Jasmine, the Princess of Agrabah, who is born of life in the royal palace. Larkin was chosen for the role of Jasmine 9 months after her audition, and had to adjust on or lower her high-pitched voice to reach the voice the filmmakers were looking for in the character. Jasmine's supervised animator was Mark Henn. Leah Salonga provides Jasmine's singing voice. Jonathan Freeman as Jafar, the power-hungry Grand Vizier of Agrabah. Freeman was the first actor to cast and spent 1 year and 9 months recording his dialogue. He later readjusted his voice after Wagner and Larkin were cast, as he felt Jafar had to be seen as a real threat to Aladdin and Jasmine, as he was originally envisioned as an irritable character. But the directors decided that a calm villain would be scarier. Jafar's supervised animator was Andreas Deja, while Jafar's beggar and snake forms are animated by Kathy Zielinski. Okay, Frank Welker as Abu. Aladdin's the kleptomaniac pet monkey with a falsetto voice. Welker also voices Jasmine's tiger, Raja, and the Cave of Wonders. Duncan Majori Banks was the supervised animator for Abu, while Raja was animated by Aaron Blaze. Gilbert Gottfried as Yago, Jafar's sardonic, hot-tempered parent assistant. Although he is not anthropomorphic at all, he uses his ability to mimic speech and to communicate on a human level. Will Finn was the supervised animator for Yago. Douglas Seal as the Sultan, the dim-witted but friendly ruler Akbar, who desperately tries to find a suitor for his daughter Jasmine. The Sultan's supervising animator was David Prizma. Jim Cummings as Razul, the captain of the guards. He and the other guards were animated by Phil Young and Chris Wall. Charlie Adler as Gazine, a thief that Jafar sends into the Cave of Wonders at the beginning of the film, but is trapped inside for being unworthy. Gazine was animated by T. Daniel Hofstede. And finally, Corey Burton as Prince Ahmed, an arrogant prince who Prince Jasmine rejects as a suitor. Whew, so yes. Sorry here, but yeah. That's everything you need to know about the cast. Now let's move on to production, starting with script and development. In 1988, lyricist Howard Ashman pitched the idea of an animated musical adaptation of Aladdin. Ashman had written a 40-page film treatment, remaining faithful to the plot and characters of the original story, but envisioned as a campy 1930s style musical with Cab Calloway / Fats Waller like Genie. Along with partner Alan Menken, Ashman conceived several songs and added Aladdin's friends named Babak, Omar, and Kasim to the story. However, the studio was dismissive of Ashman's treatment and removed the project from development. Ashman and Menken were later recruited to compose songs for Beauty and the Beast, which I already talked about in the previous episode. If you haven't seen it yet, give it a watch right now. Linda Wolverton, who had also worked on Beauty and the Beast, used their treatment and developed a draft with inspired elements of The Thief of Baghdad, such as a villain named Jeff Farr, an aged sidekick retired thief named Abu, and a human handmaiden for the princess. Then directors Rod Clements and John Musker joined the production, picking Aladdin out of 3 projects offered, which also included an adaptation of Swan Lake and King of the Jungle that eventually became The Lion King, which I'll talk about in the next episode of the show, so stay tuned for it coming soon. Before Ashman's death in March 1991, Ashman and Menken had composed Prince Ali and his last song, Humiliate the Boy. Rest in peace, Howard Ashman. We'll miss you. In 1991, we'll miss you. Musker and Clements wrote a draft of the screenplay and then delivered a story reel to studio chief Jeffrey Katzenberg in April 1991. Katzenberg thought the script didn't engage. On a day known by the staff as Black Friday, demanded that the entire story be written without rescheduling the film's November 25th, 1992 release date. Among the changes Katzenberg requested from Clements and Musker were not to be dependent on Ashman's vision, and the removal of Aladdin's mother, remarking A6, the mother, the mom's zero. Katzenberg also influenced in changing the plot elements about Jasmine's marriage, which originally had her required by law to be married by 16. To remove the age, the Sultan only says, your next birthday, and make it more specific that her suitor needs to be a prince, which would also set up the ending where the Sultan, inspired by Aladdin's altruism, changes the law to make Jasmine able to marry anyone she deems worthy. Screenwriting duo Ted Elliott and Terry Rossio were brought in to rework the story, and the changes they made included the removal of Aladdin's mother, the straightening of the character of Princess Jasmine, and the deletion of several of the Ashman Menken songs. Aladdin's personality was rewritten to be a little rougher, like a young Harrison Ford, and the parrot Yaku, originally conceived as an uptight British archetype, was reworked into a comic role after the filmmaker saw Gilbert Gottfried in Beverly Hills Cop 2, who was then cast for the role. By October 1991, Katzenberg was satisfied with the new version of Aladdin. As with Wolverton's screenplay, several characters and plot elements were based on the 1940 version of The Thief of Baghdad, though the location of the film was changed from Baghdad to the fictional Arabian city of Agrabah. Woo! I didn't know about you, but yeah, Agrabah. Just like I like it. Moving on to production. Same with production, we go to design and animation. It's gonna be good. The design for most of the characters was based on the work of caricaturist Al Hirschfeld, which production designer Yonder Wende also considered appropriate to the theme, due to similarities to the flowing and swooping lines found in Arabic calligraphy. Jafar's design was not based on Hirschfeld's work, because Jafar's supervised animator Andreas Deja wanted the character to be contrasting. Each character was animated alone, with the animators consulting each other to make scenes with interrelating characters. Since Aladdin's animator Glenn Keane was working in the California branch of Walt Disney Feature Animation, and Jasmine's animator Mark Hand was in the Florida one at Disney MGM Studios, which is now called Disney's Hollywood Studios, which you can find Walt Disney World. They had to frequently phone, fax, or send designs and discs to each other. The animators filmed monkeys at the San Francisco Zoo to study their movement for Abu's character. Yako's supervised animator Will Finn tried to incorporate some of the aspects of Godfrey's appearance into Yako's design, especially his semi-closed eyes and the always appearing teeth. Some of the aspects of the Sultan were inspired by the Wizard of Oz to create a bubbling authority figure. Andreas Deja, Jafar's supervised animator, tried to incorporate Jonathan Freeman's facial expressions and gesturing into the character. Animator Randy Cartwright described working on a magic carpet as challenging, since it is only a rectangular shape that expresses itself through pantomime. It's sort of like acting by origami. Cartwright kept folding a piece of cloth while animating to see how to position the carpet. After the character animation was done, the carpet surface design was applied digitally. I love it. Designed by a team led by supervising animator Glenn Keane, Aladdin was initially going to be as young as 13 and was originally made to resemble actor Michael J. Fox. During production, it was decided that the design was too boyish and wasn't appealing enough, so the character was made 18 and redesigned to add elements derived from actor Tom Cruise and Calvin Klein models. For the scenery design, various architectural elements seen in 19th century Orientalist paintings and photographs of the Arab world were used for guidance. Other inspirations for design were Disney's animated films from the 1940s and 50s, and the 1940 film The Thief of Baghdad. The coloring was done with the computerized CAPS process, and the color motifs were chosen according to the personality. The protagonists used light colors such as blue, the antagonists darker ones such as red and black, and Agrabah and its palace using neutral color yellow. Computer animation was used for some elements of the film, such as the tiger entrance of the Cave of Wonders and the scene where Aladdin tries to escape the collapsing cave. Some of the software that was used was Pixar's RenderMan. Busker and Clements created the Genie and with Ron Williams in mind, even though Katzenberg suggested actors such as John Candy, Steve Martin, and Eddie Murphy. Williams was approached and eventually accepted the role. Williams came for voice recording sessions during breaks in the shooting of two other films he was starring in at the time, Hook and Toys. Usually for anime film, much of Williams' dialogue was ad-libbed. For some scenes, Williams was given topics and dialogue suggestions, but allowed to improvise his lines. Oops. Oh boy, Williams with the S. Oh, let me try to fix this. There we go, all fixed, and I just made a little bit of some adjustments to the slide. So yeah, that's all. Moving on, it was estimated that Will Williams improvised 52 characters. Eric Goldberg, the supervised animator for the Genie, then reviewed Williams' recording dialogue and selected the best gags and lines that his crew would create character animation to match. Okay, the producers added many in-jokes and references to Disney's previous works in the film, such as a cameo appearance for directors Clements and Musker, and drawing some characters based on Disney workers. The Beast, Sebastian for the Little Mermaid, and Pinocchio make to make brief appearances and the wardrobe of the genie at the end of the film. Goofy had Hawaiian shirt and sandals are reference to a short film that Rob Williams did for the Disney MGM Studios store in the late 1980s. Again, go check it out. It's at Walt Disney World, already know it's Disney's Hollywood Studios. So remember that. And by the way, if you haven't seen it yet, again, if you haven't seen Little Mermaid, check it out on episode 28 of the show. And for Pinocchio, it was on episode 2. So you haven't seen it yet, please go watch it right now after you're done watching this video. Moving on, same with production, we go to Ron Williams' conflicts with the studio. In gratitude for his success with Touchstone Pictures' Good Morning Vietnam, Ron Williams voiced the genie for SAG or SAG, Screen Actors Guild, skill pay $75,000 instead of his asking fee of $8 million on condition that his name or image not be in Williams' film Toys was scheduled for release 1 month after Aladdin's debut. I'm gonna go rid of the S. I'll be back right after this. There I go, all set. So thank you so much. Moving on, for financial reasons, the studio went back on the deal on both counts, especially in post art by having the genie in 25% of the image, but having other major and supporting characters portrayed in considerably smaller. The Disney Hyperion book Aladdin, making of an anime film, listed both Williams' characters, the peddler and the genie, ahead of his main characters, but was forced to refer him to only as the actor who signed to play the genie. Disney, while not using Williams' name in commercials as per the contract, used his voice for the genie in the commercials and used the genie character to sell toys and fast food tie-ins without having to pay Williams additional money. Williams unhappily quipped at the time, the only reason Mickey Mouse had 3 fingers is because he can't pick up a check. Williams explained to New York Magazine that his previous work at Bindi merchandising was different because the image is theirs, but the voice, that's me. I gave them my stuff. When it happened, I said, I don't do that. And then Disney apologized. They said it was done by other people. Disney attempted to assuage Williams by sending him Pablo Picasso painting worth more than $1 million at the time. But this move failed to repair the damaged relationship, as the painting was a self-portrait of the artist, as Vincent van Gogh was apparently really clashed with the Williams' wilder home decor. Williams refused to sign on for the 1994 direct-to-video sequel, The Return of Jafar, so it was Dan Castellaneta that voiced the genie. So yeah, Dan Castellaneta that voiced the genie. When Jeffrey Katzenberg was replaced by Joe Roth as Walt Disney Studios chairman, Roth organized a public apology to Williams. Williams would in turn reprise the role in the second sequel, Aladdin and the King of Thieves, in 1996. You go, Ron Williams, you did it. Good job. Closing out production, we go to music. The third, after The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, and the final Disney film score the duo will work on, Alan Menken and Howard Ashman began writing the Academy Award-winning score together, with Tim Rice taking over as lyricist. Ashman died of AIDS-related complications partway through the production of Aladdin in early 1991. Oh boy. So again, The Little Mermaid, episode 28, and Beauty and the Beast, episode 30, so make sure you watch that right now, after this video. So yeah, although 14 songs were written for Aladdin, only 7 of them are featured in the movie, 3 by Ashman and 4 by Rice. Composer Alan Menken and songwriters Howard Ashman and Tim Rice were praised for creating a soundtrack that was consistently good, rivaling the best of Disney's other animated musicals from the 90s. The DVD special edition? Oh, no way! That's better. So, as I was saying, the DVD special edition, released in 2004, includes 4 songs in early animation tests and a music video of one, Proud of Your Boy, performed by Clay Aiken, which also appears on the album Disney Media 3. The version of the song A Whole New World is performed by Peebo Bryson and Regina Bell, which plays over the end credits. Is, after 2019, the only Disney song to win a Grammy Award for Song of the Year. Whew, what a calamity, my friends. What a calamity! Moving on to themes. The filmmakers thought the moral message of the original tale was inappropriate and decided to put a spin on it by making the fulfillment of wishes seem like a great solution, but eventually becoming a problem. Another major theme was avoiding an attempt to be what the person is not. Both Aladdin and Jasmine get into trouble pretending to be different people, and the Prince Ali persona fails to impress Jasmine, who only falls for Aladdin when she finds out who he truly is. Being imprisoned is also presented a fate that occurs to most of the characters. Aladdin and Jasmine are limited to by their lifestyles. Genie is attached to his lamp, or should I say the genie, and Jafar to the Sultan, and is represented visually by the prison-like walls and bars of the Akbar Palace, and the scenes involving caged birds, which Jasmine later frees. Jasmine is also depicted as a different Disney princess, being rebellious against the royal life and the social structure. What have I done? What have I done? Yeah, moving on to release, we go to box office. A large promotion campaign preceded Aladdin's debut in theaters. Yeah. With the film's trailer being attached to most Disney VHSs, including 101 Dalmatians in April 1992 and Beauty and the Beast in October. Again, Beauty and the Beast, episode 30. Again, go watch it right now, 101 Dalmatians. You want to go check it out? It was on episode 17 of the show. So go check that out. I know. And numerous tie-ins, and licensees being released. After limited release on November 13, 1992, Aladdin debuted in 1,131 theaters on November 25th, 1992, grossing $19.2 million in its opening weekend. Number 2 at the box office, behind Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. It took 8 weeks for the film to surpass Beauty and the Beast and the most successful animated Disney film at the U.S. box office, surpassed by The Lion King in 1994, which again I'll talk about in the next episode. Please stay tuned for that episode coming soon. In the United States, the film held the top spot 5 times weekly and breaks the record for the week between Christmas and New Year's Eve with $32.2 million during its 22-week run. Aladdin was the most successful film of 1992, grossing $217 million in the United States and over $504 million worldwide. It was the biggest gross for an animated film until The Lion King 2 years later, and was the first full-length animated film to gross $200 million in the United States and Canada. Whew, that's a lot. Outside the United States and Canada, the film grossed over $200 million in 1993 and $250 million by January 1994. It set an opening weekend record in South Africa. By 2002, the film had grossed $287 million overseas and $504 million worldwide. Currently, it is the 35th highest grossing animated film and the third highest grossing traditionally animated feature worldwide, behind The Lion King and The Simpsons movie. It sold an estimated 52,442,300 tickets in the United States and Canada, where its gross is equivalent to $477,749,800 adjusted for inflation in 2018. Wow, can you believe it? $477,749,800. That's a lot of money. I can't believe it. But yeah, you get the point. Closing out release, we go to home media. The film was first released in VHS on September 29, 1993 as part of the Walt Disney Classics line, although it was not officially advertised until October 1st. In its first 3 years of availability, Aladdin sold 10.8 million copies, setting the fastest record grossing about $265 million, equivalent to $475 million in 2020 in the United States in less than 3 weeks. The VHS release of Aladdin sold over 16 million units and grossed over $400 million, equivalent to $720,000 in 2020 in the United States. Upon the release of the Sega Genesis video game adaptation in November, Aladdin sold about 30 million home video units, earning over $500 million, or equivalent to $900 million in 2020 in the United States. It was the best-selling home video release until its record was later broken by The Lion King. This VHS edition entered moratorium on April 30th, 1984. And again, I'll talk about the Lion King in the next episode. So please hang on tight, folks. We'll get to that in the next episode. Moving on. A THX certified widescreen laserdisc was issued on September 21st, 1994. Better sources needed. And a Spanish dub VHS for the American market was released on April 14, 1995. In Japan, 2.2 billion home video units were sold by 1995. On October 5th, 2004, Aladdin was re-released onto VHS, and for the first time, released onto DVD as part of Disney's Platinum Edition line. The DVD release featured retouched and cleaned up animation prepared for Aladdin's planned but ultimately canceled IMAX reissue in 2003, and a second disc with bonus features. Accompanied by a $19 million marketing campaign, the DVD sold about 3 million units in its first month. The film's soundtrack was available in its original Dolby 5.1 track or in a new Disney Enhanced Home Theater mix. The DVD went into moratorium in January 2008 along with its sequels. According to an insert in the Lady and the Tramp Diamond Edition release case, Aladdin was going to be released on Blu-ray disc as a Diamond Edition in spring 2013. Citation needed. Oh boy, citation needed, my friends. If you want to go check out Lady and the Tramp, check it out on episode 15, so go check it out. However, yeah, I know. Instead, Peter Pan was released on Blu-ray as a Diamond Edition on February 3rd, 2013 to celebrate its 60th anniversary. And if you want to go check out Peter Pan, you can do that on episode 14, so go check it out. I know. A non-Diamond Edition Blu-ray was released in a few select European countries in March 2013. The Belgian edition was released without advertisements, commercials, or any kind of fanfare. It comes as a single disc version with its extra support, its extra ported over from the Platinum Edition DVD. The same disc was released in the United Kingdom on April 14, 2013. Yeah, single disc version with its extras ported over for the Platinum Edition DVD. So yeah, again, and citation needed, my friends. Citation needed. Walt Disney Studios Home Entertainment released the film on a Diamond Edition Blu-ray on October 13, 2015. The film was released on digital HD on September 29, 2015. Upon its first week of release on home media in the US, the film topped the Blu-ray disc sales chart and debuted at number 2 at the Nielsen Video Scan First Alert chart, which tracked overall disc sales behind the disaster film San Andreas. The film's Blu-ray release in the United States sold 1.81 million units and grossed $39 million as of 2017. Aladdin was re-released on HD and 4K digital download on August 27, 2019, with a physical media re-release on Blu-ray and Ultra Blu-ray on September 10, 2019, as part of the Walt Disney Signature Collection. Whew, that's a lot. Now let's go to reception, starting with critical reception. The review aggregator website, Rotten Tomatoes, reported that 95% of the critics gave the film a positive review based on a sample of 74 reviews, with an average rating of 8.15 out of 10. The site's consensus reads, a highly entertaining entry in Disney's Renaissance era, Aladdin is beautifully drawn, with near-classic songs and a cast of scene-stealing characters. On Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 86 out of 100 based on 25 critics, indicating universal acclaim. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film a rare A+ grade. Wow, A+, completely rare, I know it. Most critics' praise went to Robert Williams' performance as the Genie. Are you crazy? That's better, all fixed. As I was saying, most critics' praise went to Robin Williams' performance as the Genie, with Janet Maslin of the New York Times declaring that children needed to know precisely what Mr. Williams is evoking to understand how funny he is, and Roger Ebert commenting that Williams and animation were born for one another. Warner Brothers Cartoons director Chuck Jones even called the film the funniest feature ever made. Furthermore, English-Irish comedian Spike Milligan considered it to be the greatest film of all time. Citation needed. James Bardinelli gave it 3.5 out of 4 stars, praising the crisp visuals and wonderful song and dance numbers. Peter Travers of Rolling Stone said the comedy made the film accessible to both children and adults, a vision shared with Destin Howe of the Washington Post, who also said kids are still going to be entranced by the magic and adventure. Brian Lowry of Variety praised the cast of characters, describing the expressive magic carpet as its most remarkable accomplishment, and considered that Aladdin overcomes most story flaws thanks to sheer technical virtuosity. Some aspects of the film were widely criticized, and Gonzalez of Slant Magazine wrote a negative review describing the film as racist, ridiculous, and a narcissistic circus act. For Rob Williams, Roger Ebert, who generally praised who generally praised the film in his review, considered the music inferior to its predecessors, The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, claimed Aladdin and Jasmine were pale and routine. He criticized what he saw as the film's use of ethnic stereotypes, writing, most of the Arab characters have exaggerated facial characteristics, hook noses, the glowering brows, thick lips, but Aladdin and the princess look like white American teenagers. Oh, are you crazy? This is not going to be good. But yeah, move on to Accolades. Staying with reception, we go to Accolades. Aladdin also received many award nominations, mostly for its music. It won 2 Academy Awards, Best Original Score and Best Original Song for A Whole New World, and receiving 2 nominations for Best Original Song, Friend Like Me, Best Sound Editing, Mark A. Mangini, and Best Sound, Terry Porter, Matt Calf, David J. Hudson, and Doc Kane. At the Golden Globes, Aladdin won Best Original Song, A Whole New World, and Best Original Score, as well as a Special Achievement Award for Robin Williams, with a nomination for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. At the Grammy Awards, the film won Best Soundtrack Album and Best Musical Album for Children, with the soundtrack and Song of the Year, Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocal, and Best Song written specifically for motion picture or for television for A Whole New World, with A Whole New World being the first and only Disney song to win Song of the Year. It also received nominations for Best Song written specifically for a motion picture over television, Friend Like Me, and Record of the Year, A Whole New World. Yeah, love it. Other awards included the Annie Award for Best Animated Feature, and MTV Movie Award for Best Community Performance to Robin Williams, Saturn Awards for Best Fantasy Film performed by a younger actor to Scott Wanger, and Supporting Actor to Ron Williams, and Best Animated Feature by the Los Angeles Film Critics Association. Oh boy, and we got a big space to fill, so I'll be right back. Alright, back again. So yeah, made a little bit of adjustment for the slide. So moving on, the film is recognized by the American Film Institute in these lists. AFI 2000, AFI's 100 Years, 100 Laughs, nominated. 2004, AFI's 100 Years, 100 Songs, Friend Like Me, nominated. A Whole New World, nominated. In 2006, AFI's rated movie musicals, nominated. That's right, all these lists, they're all nominated, but never made into these lists. That's right, Aladdin never made into these lists, my friends. That's right, Aladdin didn't make it into any one of these AFI lists. Tough luck, my friends. So sad. Yeah, moving on. Closing up reception, we go to controversies. One of the verses of the opening song, Arabian Nights, was altered following a complaint from the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee, or ADC. The lyrics were changed in July 1993 from "where they cut off your ear if they don't like your face" in the original release to "where it's flat and immense and the heat is intense," with the change first appearing on the 1993 video release. The original lyric was intact on the initial CD soundtrack release, but the re-releases used the edited lyric. The Broadway adaptation also uses the edited line. The re-recording has the original voice on all other lines, and then noticeably deeper voice says the edited line. The subsequent line, however, "It's barbaric, but hey, it's home," was left intact. Entertainment Weekly ranked Aladdin in a list of the most controversial films in history due to this incident. The number has been described in reviews as simultaneously glamorizing and barbarizing the Arab world. The ADC also complained about the portrayal of the lead characters Aladdin and Jasmine. They criticized the characters' the anglicized features and Anglo-American accents, in contrast to the other characters in the film, which have foreign accents, grotesque facial features, and appear villainous or greedy. Concerns were also raised to another scene. When Aladdin is threatened by the tiger Raja on the palace balcony, Aladdin quietly says a line that some people report hearing as "good teenagers, take off your clothes," which they consider a subliminal reference to promiscuity. However, according to the commentary track on the 2004 DVD, while Musker and Clements did admit Scott Wenger ad-libbed during the scene, they claimed, "We did not record that. We would not record that," and said the line was "good tiger, take off and go." And the word "tiger" is overlapped by Raja's snarl. After the word tiger, a second voice can be heard in which has been suggested was accidentally grafted onto the soundtrack. Because of the controversy, Disney edited the line by lowering the volume on current releases. Animation enthusiasts have noticed similarities between Aladdin and Richard Williams' unfinished film The Thief and the Cobbler, also known as The Princess and the Cobbler under Allied filmmakers, and Arabian Nights under Miramax Films. Ooh, okay, that's something. These similarities include a similar plot, similar characters, scenes, and background designs, and the antagonist Zigzag's resemblance is in character design and mannerisms to Genie and Jafar. Though Aladdin was released prior to The Thief and the Cobbler, The Thief and the Cobbler initially began production in much earlier in the 1960s and was mired in difficulties, including financial problems, copyright issues, story revisions, and late production times caused by separate studios trying to finish the film after Richard Williams was fired from the project for lack of finished work. The late release, coupled with Miramax purchasing and re-editing the film, has sometimes resulted in The Thief and the Cobbler being a labeled ripoff of Aladdin. Ooh, no. This is not going to be good. That's it for receptions. Let's go to the legacy. Alongside its role in the Disney Renaissance, Aladdin is often credited as the catalyst in the rise of casting film stars as voice actors in Hollywood animated films, with the success of Robin Williams' Genie performance. Oh, not again. Again, only the apostrophe is needed. Good. Moving on. Entertainment writer Scott Meslow wrote that compared with the character of Aladdin, Williams' Genie is the character audiences respond to, and more importantly to Disney, its most marketable character by far, which he concludes led to the celebrification of later animated films such as Shark Tale from 2004 and Puss in Boots from 2011, both of which are produced and made by DreamWorks Animation. And I'll have that for you over on my other show, Movie History DreamWorks Animation, in future videos. So please keep an eye out for them coming soon. Shark Tale and Puss in Boots will be on Movie History DreamWorks Animation, so please keep an eye out for these videos coming soon. But yeah, moving on. We'll close out this episode. We have with live action adaptations. We go to the live action prequel spinoff. On July 15, 2015, the studio announced the development of a live-action comedy-adventure prequel called Genies. The film was being written by Mark Swift and Damian Shannon, while Trip Vincent was on board to produce via his Vincent Films banner. It was intended to serve as a lead to the live-action Aladdin film. On November 8th, Disney revealed that it had originally planned to use Robert Williams' unused lines from the 1991 to 1992 recording sessions from the film, but his will prohibited the studio from using his likeness for 25 years after his 2014 death. No. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Closing out, and finally, we're going to close out this episode with live action film. In October 2016, it was reported that Disney was developing a live-action adaptation of Aladdin, with Guy Ritchie signed on to direct the film. John August is writing the script, which will reportedly retain the musical elements of the original film, while Dan Lin is attached as producer. Lin revealed that they were looking for a diverse cast. In April 2017, Will Smith enters talks to play the Genie. The following month, Jay Thirlwall enters talks to portray the role of Jasmine. Citation needed. Citation! No. Alan Menken said filming was slated to begin August 2017. Production had originally been scheduled to begin in July, but was delayed due to Disney having trouble finding the right people to play Aladdin and Jasmine. British actress Naomi Scott and Indian actress Tara Sutaria were being considered to play Jasmine. For the role of Aladdin, British actors Riz Ahmed and Dev Patel were initially considered, but it was later decided that a newcomer should be cast in the role. In July 2017, it was announced that Egyptian-Canadian actor Mena Massoud had been cast as Aladdin, Scott as Jasmine, and Smith as the Genie. At the 2017 D23 Expo, Menken announced that he will be co-writing new songs for the film with Academy Award winners Pasek and Paul, while Vanessa Taylor would rewrite the script. In August 2017, Marwan Kanzari, Nassim Pedrad, and Numan Akar joined the cast as Jafar, Dahlia, and Hakim, respectively. The following month, Billy McNewson and Naveed Nikabin were cast as Prince Anders and the Sultan, respectively. Filming began on September 6, 2017 at Longcross Studios and concluded on January 24th, 2018. The film was released on May 24th, 2019. So, whew, that's all, guys. See you guys, and that's the end of Aladdin. Yay! We finally made it. It's finally over. Let's get to the final thoughts and rating for the movie. That was after a long time, after nearly an hour of talk. We finally come to the end of this episode. So what is it good? So how would I rate it? 1 is good, 1 is abysmal, 2 is terrible, 3 is bad, 3 is awful, 4 is bad, 5 is meh, 6 is okay, 7 is good, 8 is great, 9 is perfect, and 9 is amazing, and 10 is perfect. I gotta say, Aladdin is one of the most iconic movies of all time, definitely one of the best, and so much to say, it's worth the wait. And can't wait to see more of Aladdin in the near future. And so with that being said, let's get on to that. I'm gonna give Aladdin a perfect score of 10 out of 10. Perfect, yeah! That's right, my friends. Aladdin gets a perfect score of 10 out of 10, just like Beauty and the Beast in the last episode. That's right, in the last episode, Beauty and the Beast got a 10 out of 10, and now we're doing the same for Aladdin, as it gets a perfect score of 10 out of 10. So yes, all that ends well. Whew, that's pretty much it. Good job, Aladdin. You deserved it better. It's just my personal concern and painful feet to agree to disagree in the comment section below. And that's over. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Movie History. Walt Disney Animation Studios, Busted Delivery Season 1. In the most season 5 minutes ad continues tomorrow with day 19. Coco Loco's Conga. This should be pretty good. Don't forget, later on today we're going live for the Endless Monster Show. So be on the lookout for that as we got another Warrior World Cup challenge. Do not miss it. It's gonna be so exciting. I can't even stand it. Don't miss it. And plus, we have our first rejoin of the new series. So be on the lookout for that. And on Series Supremacy, we've got Ichigo Man going up against Peepo. So don't miss, guys. Coming soon, we'll have Rob G 047 as Logan Retold. We're still on a bit of a delay here as it'll be about ABC, the American Broadcasting Company for the United States. On Logan 2, we'll be taking a look at Mazda, Fat Mocho, Space Jam: A New Legacy, TVOK, KVEO TV, and Kara TV. And the next episode of Movie History, DreamWorks Animation, will be about the Prince of Egypt. Be on the lookout for that. It's coming soon as well. Don't forget, new seasons of Locust Emotion and Emotion Eventually will premiere on Tuesday, February 1st. Be on the lookout for that when we're in California. And a new season of Locust will begin very, very soon. The first episode, season 6, will be about Pep Boys. So don't miss it, guys. With all that said, it's over. Don't forget the Moshi match. Don't forget the Moshi Winston match tomorrow. Are we going to get a sleep story, a meditation, or moment? You better tune in tomorrow. For now, though, all these, let's go to it. And thank you for watching. I'm Miguel Sanchez, you yourself, and I'll see you next time on Movie History, Walt Disney Animation Studios. Tune in next time for episode 32 as we take a look at The Lion King. This is it, my friends. We're off to the Pride Lands for the next episode because Africa is where it all began. No humans, just animals. 100% animals. And that's why we invite you to join us again next time for The Lion King. So don't miss it, guys. Until then, you can catch up on past episodes right now. We got a playlist for you right now. I'll put it right up there on the top right corner screen. If you want to go check out past videos, definitely go do so. From Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs all the way up to Aladdin. So please click the info card up above and catch up on past episodes right now. For now, though, everybody else, come to an end. Thank you for watching. I'll see you real soon for episode 32 of Movie History, Walt Disney Animation Studios, where we're taking a look at The Lion King. Until then, please remember to leave a like, share the video with your friends, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, turn on notifications to this new video. Please subscribe to notifications on to this new video for me as we're on the road to 1,600 subscribers. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys again next time. I'll see you on Severance Presidency and the other sponsor show later on today. I'm Miguel Sanchez. Signing off. Like, favorite, subscribe. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you in another video. Laters!